No,
Get on that Tic Tac.
I didn't mean to say it, it just kind of happened. It was,
Oh, dude. I remember when I was on Tic Tac.
those kids with their ticks and their tucks. Back in my day, that was just a thing a clock used to say. Now everything's woke. I don't know. It's my impression of an old person, they just like to complain about things being woke.
Well, speaking of voices and impressions, well, voices mostly. What has been your, because you've done voices for your projects, what has been your favourite character to voice?
Well, if I talk about this, the truth comes out that everything is just stolen. Because it's like, I was like, I love, like, Mind Turtle. He was like, hello. But it's like, that's just me doing Elmo. And they're like, oh, I love the skateboarding cow. He's like, you want to go skateboards? But that's just a character from Family Guy. Who's like, I was about to abort my girlfriend. That's just that guy. I realized that like, a lot of people are like, oh, I love the pie flavor thing. Like, pie flavor. That's just Halo. That's just Killing Spree. It's the same voice. Like, I know that like the tip of voice acting is like you like take two voices and fuse them together. I didn't even I skipped that part, I just stole them. Just went, yeah, that's mine now.
I don't know, I feel sometimes impressions can be new characters though.
Yeah.
I mean, what you just said just now, I was like, oh, like, I didn't notice that person.
Sometimes I don't even realize I've done it until it's like, I'll say another line in the character's voice and it's like, yeah, it's stolen. I stole that, 100%.
What has been your favourite line? From, well, we'll say from animated and your sketches IRL.
Oh God. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know, there's so many. But that's like a thing, like I can tell you what my favourite things other people have done are, but like, you like ask a musician what's the favourite song they've done, they'll always be like,
Say one of your favourites then. Like, so it's like, not number one, but it's one that just, you know.
Genuinely, I'm stumped. I know it's people will ask me that, and my get out of jail free will always be, what's your favourite? And then I can do that back at them, and they'll almost always say a character I didn't do. Because like if I think the character's going to do really well, I'll often reach out to someone else. I'll be like, hey, Jack's Films, or someone else. I'll be like, can you do this line? And they do, and it's always fun. And it's almost always me sending me an impression of them. So I'm like, do it in that one voice you do. It's very condescending. I line read. I'm a terrible director.
Well, speaking of, you've had like a lot of people within your content like collaborating. Like as you said, you've got Jack's Films, all that. Who in future, like, who would be your dream to come in and voice in one of, like, for example, Astif movies, or come into one of your sketches and act with you? Like, who is the dream? Like,
there's a lot of people I genuinely just like to work with because I think they're great. Like someone I've always wanted in a sketch is Daniel Radcliffe. Like he's really funny. He's just great. He's someone that I'd love to have in a video. Like, there's a part of me that wants Matthew Perry very much, but like, I feel like I'd be like, do the thing, and he'd be like, I'm tired. I'm like, no, that's fair.
That could be the sketch.
Yeah. Well, I've always wanted to do a sketch where I have a major celebrity, but they're not doing anything. Like it's just a completely unrelated sketch, but they're just there.
They're just an extra.
Or like it's like a shot reverse shot sketch, but they're somehow in the middle of the room, just not moving, and it's just not addressed. They're not in the title or the description. They're just there. I've always thought that would be the funniest thing ever.
Play a tree.
Yeah. Every celebrity I've always wished it would be ended up ruining their careers. So. I think it's best I just give up on that one.
I don't know about that.
I can give you a list. It's a blacklist now.
I mean, I've been part of like one of your projects. I mean, I'm not a celebrity, but I've been in it. And I'm fine.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
Oh.
I'm going down. It's death.
What advice would you give people wanting to go into online entertainment? I want to say YouTube entertainment, but there's like quite a few platforms now, you know, than there used to be.
The advice I'd always, I guess it feels a bit more YouTube specific, to be honest, but like, my advice would always have been sincerity. Like, just do something you genuinely care about, because audiences are very perceptive, and they can tell if you're just doing it because you think it's going to get numbers. That's true on YouTube. TikTok, just fake it. Like I won't like I'm a very conscious consumer, and so there's a lot of times my partner will, I don't have TikTok because I have an addictive personality, so it's like that's not a good idea. But like at the end of the day, she'll always be like, hey, watch the TikToks I like today, and sometimes I'll be like, that's fake, they're just doing a bit like that. Like I'm so aware of it. It doesn't seem to matter.
Once it's like going when you work as a cast member, like maybe at like Disney or something. You know the behind the scenes, and then the magic is kind of gone. You know.
Well, this is so embarrassing. Like one of my biggest fears is like Disney character actors. I hate them so much. It is unreal. There's something that triggers in my brain about like someone being in character and not breaking that character, because I know they're a real person, but they're pretending they're not. But we both know, but they're not going to break character, and it freaks me out. I went into the Wonka store in LA and got cornered by Willy Wonka for an hour, and I never recovered. They scare me so much, and they shouldn't. But the problem with this is it extends to actors. So like if I'm directing an actor, sometimes I have to close my eyes while they're doing a scene. It is unhinged behavior, but I don't know what happens, but it runs deep.
He's such a good director, he does it blind.
So even you, like when I get sent voice lines back, I often listen to them with my eyes closed because I'm like struggling. It is weird. It is a very weird thing that has gotten worse with time. It should have been a problem I got over. It got worse.
I mean, we all have our ways.
My weaknesses and flaws.
I mean, we all have our ways of like running projects and